Good afternoon, everybody. Silver Dragon here, coming at you with some more Prison Architect. Gonna be part 13 today. Apologies for the lateness of this video. Unfortunately, I did not have much time lately to get a lot of work done here, it seems, on some of these videos. So I'm quite a bit behind, sadly. Hopefully I'll be able to get Kenshi up shortly after this one, but we'll really have to see what happens. Anywho, let's transition over to the actual game itself. Now, I'm not too sure how long I'm actually going to be able to continue this. Obviously, if you take a look around, you know, this prison is a giant load of shite. I've done a very, very poor job on this prison. You know, there's many, many other people out there who make far, far sexier prisons than I do. That is granted, indeed. Indeed. So, obviously, I need to work on that somewhat, or, you know, do something. So, probably soon, sometime in the near future here, I'm most likely going to end up ending the series, either, you know, at the end of the next episode or something. I might just cut off their food supplies and let them go batshit crazy or whatever, and, you know, try and get some massive riots starting so that we can actually see my guy get sent to prison. I'd really like to see that happen. And I might continue this some more Prison Architect at some point in the future when things get interesting. Well, more interesting, I should say. When more content gets added on, I might get back into the game. We'll see what happens there. Now, the question that comes from that as well is, well, what should I do for, you know, Tuesdays now? And that is a good question in that sense. So I'm going to come up with a list of a couple of games. Definitely do add some comments in the comment section if you know have any other games that you're interested in me doing for Tuesdays, and I might add them to another poll depending. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna toss a bit of a poll up down below just to get a kind of, you know, general vibe about what you guys are looking forward to. You know, what you like to see take over on Tuesdays. I'll have to actually come up with something too, because I'm not too sure how many games. Like, I can't shunt what the hell is it called? Kerbal Space Program to Tuesdays, because I'm doing that on Fridays now, so I'm definitely going to have to come up with something, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, back to the actual Prison Architect. Now, I should mention there has been changes. Alpha 23 has released now, so we are into that phase of things. Now, there's a whole lot of interesting bits that are added in Alpha 23. For one, contraband has gotten a big change. I probably won't be able to see any of it right now, but there's a whole bunch of new sources of contraband. Prisoners can now actually get contraband over the walls or fencing. It can actually be thrown. They can, well, basically what happens, if you haven't seen the update video for this, which I would hope you would have, is the prisoners go over to the phones. They call up their pals, their spouses, their buddies, whoever that delivers the, you know, narcotics to them, and they set up a date. It could be, you know, the same time the next day, a little bit different time the next day, and they'll have a certain position along the wall. There's like about maybe 10 foot from the outer wall where they can throw things, and they will actually throw it over the wall. There won't actually be like an animation for them, you know, like walking up to your prison and whipping something over the wall to the guy. It just, you know, he'll suddenly start walking back here and then walk away, and he'll have it in his inventory. Could be drugs, could be a drill, could be anything. That really is also dependent on the, if I go to contraband here, on the supply and the demand. You can see there's a huge demand for weapons and there's a very low supply. Same thing for narcotics. There's a huge demand for narcotics and a very low supply. So those are going to get smuggled in almost constantly. And not just through that as well. There's also anything that comes into the prison now, whether it be food, the actual bits that are brought in for, like, say, what the hell's it called? Uniforms, maybe even, I would say. Bits for the actual workshops as well. You know, plates and all that can potentially have contraband smuggled inside of it. So you could have, you know, if you had a bunch of prisoners working in the canteen or going through the canteen, guys who were carrying produce in could end up, you know, distributing contraband themselves. Is a major thing that was added. Also, there has been a big change to CCTV monitors. I can probably dismantle this one and get it out of my way. Let me rebuild the wall here. Alright, demolish this wall. And I'll just kind of split that in half, I guess. I wish I didn't have to split it in half that much, but anyway, I digress. So yes, the CCTV monitors have changed, as well as a whole bunch of other new features were added in. Now I'll have to probably remove a couple of these, as they are distinctly different now. I don't know how I assign these guys to the actual monitor itself, but regardless, there is a new system that was added into the game that I'll have to research, it seems, in the bureaucracy, called remote access, which is rather intriguing. I don't think I actually need remote access to get the CCTV monitors working, but I do need it for other things. Now, CCTV monitors can now be used, well, blarg. Yeah, let me dismantle and rebuild like half of these. There we go. Oh, nope, missed two more. Want to dismantle these, then replace them, you know, in a much more even line here. Now, CCTV monitors actually have to be hooked up to the individual cameras that you want them to be hooked up to. Distance doesn't matter. I could hook this thing up, you know, from the other side of the prison if I so desire. But each one has to be hooked up to these. So you can just click it to select one, or hold down Shift to select multiple, like this. Now, each CCTV monitor can be hooked up to an unlimited number of cameras, but it can only track through 8 of them at a time. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3. You can see that the blue represents the ones that are currently active. Actually, I think it's red that's active, but anyway. 6, 7, 8. If I select a 9th one, you can see that one of them is blue, so it'll cycle through these cameras, turning them on or off. And it will, you know, enable and disable as it goes along. Obviously, we don't want to... Let me right-click on that if I can. Oh. Peculiar. It seems like it doesn't want to disconnect from that. Huh. Oh, well, so I've connected to 8 of them, and it seems like, or to 9 of them, it wants to be connected to 9 of them. So one of my cameras might not be activated properly, but whatever. That's fine. That's fine. So I'll have to replace the rest of those, connect them up. Likewise, there has been a new, very, very interesting system along these lines that has been implemented. And oops, game is saving. One moment. Oh man, I'm definitely going to have to stop all these guards from pushing here. I don't need this many anymore. So each guard that's supposed to be in the security room, or I think a couple of guards will automatically come here and work on each station, so I don't actually have to station each of them. So one guard will show up per monitor. Anyway, let me go into the objects menu here now. Now, there's a new object which I don't actually have right now. Oh, no, here it is, the door control system. The door control system works in a similar way to the cameras, at least in hooking it up. But essentially what it does is the door control system is, well, similar where the guards will, one guard will stand in front of it to operate it. But, you know, say we have these guys right here. They're going down, they're hauling these somewhere. Let's see where they're hauling them. They're hauling them to this gate. And obviously, you know, they have to wait for a guard. You know, this guard or another guard, they have to wait. God knows how long for a guard to be like, okay, I gotta come over here, use my keys to unlock the door. Now you don't have to do that. Once you have the door control set up, so we found some drugs here. Someone's, yep, poison found. Regardless, once you've had this hooked up, you would grab a door servo, which I probably will here. You hook it up to the door itself, like right here. And then you hook that up to the door control. And at any time somebody that does not have keys, such as a worker, a prisoner, that comes to the door, they will be administered through without the need for a guard. Now, this is really interesting, and there's also logic circuits as well that were added, and logic bridges. So, yes, you can now make your own CPU inside of Prison Architect. You know, I don't know why you would, but it's not really my thing. But if you're into that, then there you go. You can make your own computer inside of Prison Architect. He actually showed in their announcement video that he was hooking up a bit of that kind of a logic system. Had a clock going, memory, was it memory bridge or something? I can't remember. But regardless, it was rather impressive one way or the other. Most definitely. Alright. Finding a lot of spoons over there, it seems. Doesn't look like we have enough workers to get all the jobs I need to get done. Okay. Let me get some regular doors. Filing cabinets. Alright. Couple of chairs. No, I don't want to set it up quite like that. Couple of office desks. Alright. So now we have a couple more offices for some psychologists. Rooms. Office. There we go. Alright, obviously we got a lot of work to do, but hey. Guard required to operate. Yep, hopefully once they disassemble all this, they won't have any issues getting to that. So let me speed up time a little bit. Because nothing is, you know, this is the only monitor where something's actually connected to it. So it'd be kind of pointless to have them working on monitors where that's, you know, not even in operation. So, obviously I have way too many CCTV monitors now, that none of, you know, not very many of which are being used. That should probably, well, this many will fulfill my actual needs for CCTVs. Alright. That should be good. Let me go to utilities for a second. Shut the power up through here. Well, actually, I'll probably just go through the wall here, probably quicker. Not objects. Weird. Having some problems there, it seemed like. But yeah, either way, you know, you can set up the remote control door system to allow them in at certain times. You can set it up as well with a timer so that, say, you know, right now is yard time. So all of these doors could stay closed except for maybe free time and yard time, and then at that point they would open. Now, the interesting bit, of course, is that both the door control that we'd have in, say, the security room and the timer are able to be damaged. Now, if the timer is damaged by prisoners and destroyed, it will lock the door in whichever position it's in. If it's open, it'll lock them open. If it's closed, it'll lock them closed. But for the one in the actual security office, if they do have some kind of issue and a prisoner gets in here and they break it, the doors that you know, that they are selected to open will start opening and closing randomly, or if they damage it completely, they would just open in their entirety. So it's really, really rather interesting, actually, how that system seems to be working. Materials. Demolish walls. Alright. There we go. Huh. I see. That's a slight issue. But that's okay. I'm used to that. Oh, yeah, I remember now. I had meant to change the piping. I had meant to pipe in from this guy, but too late now. Oh, well. Oh, well. What can you do? What can you do? Get a couple of capacitors in here. Alright, let's go ahead and channel this where it needs to go. Alright. Get her done, lads. So yeah, obviously my prison is terrible. It is ridiculously terrible. It's poorly designed and just doesn't really work as well as I'd hoped it would. Ah, it's a damn shame, but I have generally failed at being able to get a nice looking constant intake prison. If I turned off constant intake, I'm sure I would have had the time to really go about and design something nice. And I'm thinking I might take the amount of money I've made this time around, and I'll save this prison for next time, maybe after a couple of updates or something like that. Come back to it and, sell this prison to build the next one kind of thing. And probably make it a little more, interesting and spectacular. Actually take some time to design the thing rather than just going, oh, I think I'll put that here, maybe I'll put this over there, There's so many more people that, make better prisons than me. The best thing I'm good at is, of course, derping horribly. I am most fluently skilled at derping horribly. Alright, looks like these are all hooked up now. How are we doing on bureaucracy? Did we unlock, we have unlocked remote access. Lovely. So let me go into my objects menu here. Scroll on down here till I can find a CCTV monitor. I can see that, but it's not what I'm looking for. Huh. Most peculiar. Oh, there it is. I'm just blind as a bat, that's all. Not entirely surprising. I can set up 2 of those. And let me get the rest of these all hooked up now. Let's get you hooked up to these guys right here. Whoops. Perfect. Okay. Let me go back in and connect up this guy. Actually, yeah, that means I actually have a CCTV that I'm not even using because I don't have enough cameras. I have that all hooked up right now. Perfectly fine. Okay. Whoops. Bit of lag for a second there. Okay, that should be good. So each one of those will control what they, what they control. These are almost set up. Let me speed this up for now. But yeah, I definitely overestimated what I need here. So yeah, each of whatever's in here could, like, all these boxes containing trees could also contain contraband. And probably will contain contraband. Actually, if I look at contraband found over the last 24 hours, let's see if I can find... It was stolen and was brought in from visitation. You see, it was found, detected, stolen. Went all over the damn place with that thing. Hasn't been running for really long enough to find it, I don't think. There's a lot of spoons and stuff like that. Poison. A lot of poison comes out of the cleaning cupboards. That was taken from there. Let's see where that booze came from. Dear God. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Here's one. You can see that the booze was actually smuggled in. Or it was brought into the actual psychiatrist's office, looks like. And it was carried around all over the damn place. My God. He went to visitation with that thing. He's gone everywhere with that. God damn. Got the fork. See the drugs. Where'd the drugs come from? Again, the drugs came from outside. Now, let's go over here. You can see that, there's, what the hell is it called? Offices aren't really, I guess, narcotics. Yeah, luxuries. So yeah, you will get drugs from offices, it seems. You would think that the guy who's in there, trying to tell them to stay off that would have a better, be better off trying to keep them from doing it, but I guess not. Let me go into my, whatever I'm looking for, programs. And I want to enable more behavioral therapy. So we now have 3 psychiatrists. So we'll be able to get a bunch more people in for behavioral therapy, I hope. I hope. Spoon was found. So yeah, each and everything that comes in here now, and also just, you know, if you don't have the walls far enough, like the outer fenced walls far enough away from your actual prison, you have a chance to get these kind of materials in the prison, all this contraband now. So you have to almost completely redesign your prison now, which is another reason why I'm thinking of just starting over at some point here. Again. I've been doing way too much of that. Oh, let me lock that open. I did not even mean to lock that in the first place. Anyway, it should have been finished right now, so let me go ahead and get these in place. Get that door servo up there. And actually, I'll even try it right here. Because the guards also do open these gates. So the door servos might also work in that way. So I'll let them quickly hook all those up. Let me speed up time a little bit. I'll let this guy go. There's no need for him to be here. Okay. Thank you, Muvoyos. Okay, we got everyone except for this one set up now. Let me open that one more time for you boys. For some reason they don't want to set up that other one. Regardless, let me get them hooked up now. So I'll connect this guy to both the exterior gates. That one's still waiting on that one. And this guy. So now you see that it automatically opened up the gate for these guys. You'll see again, it'll automatically open up the gate for someone that doesn't have the keys. There's no garbage for us to do, so it'll open up the gate and let him out. And with this, you no longer need to have guards stationed everywhere in order to, you know, have them open a door, which is really, really rather convenient. And I actually really like that feature. I'm sure, you know, there's a lot of, you know, very intelligent, enterprising people out there who are going to be able to use the logic circuits and the logic bridge to make, you know, amazing, ridiculous prisons. You know, they're going to have, like, sections of each security prisoner that are released at certain times, you know, to go throughout areas and never interact with each other. That, you know, has just perfect tightness on security and such, you know, something along those lines. They're going to come up with some crazy shit, that's all I can say. You know, I'm definitely not the one who's going to come up with crazy shit, but someone out there is going to, and it is going to be glorious. Oh, we actually have a prisoner due for release. That doesn't happen too often. Paul Richardson. Yeah, good luck with that. I'll be able to locate him once he's released, but that's about it. He'll start flashing released. Alright, let's speed up time a little bit. But still, these are a lot of really good additions to the game, and I can see them going, you know, going quite the ways down the road. Alright. That's interesting. And I should mention as well, you know, apparently one of the things that can happen as well is that the guard might actually end up having his keys get stolen at some point, I'm sure. So that prisoners could open the gates themselves. High-risk prisoners and such. Now, to counter that, we also have a new door called the remote door. Now, this door can only be opened via the console. So, if you know, want to lock lock down a high-security area and not allow anyone to get out, remote door is your problem solver right there. I see. Let me solve this problem then. Okay. So, of course, a lot of the new contraband changes can be alleviated several ways. You know, having wide fences, at least a good, 10 meters away from your internal wall will avoid most of the, contraband getting chucked over the walls. A couple more dogs and metal detectors up front here to sniff out contraband in your deliveries area would probably be another good thing. I'm sure. And so on and so forth. You know, there's a lot of ways we could, you know, curb these new challenges, as it were. It's working beautifully so far. Okay, that one's finally done, so let me connect it to the system. Okay. And I can't see a thing. We close that up. So yeah, I could also hook up a time gate to this and have these open and close at certain times. I don't know why the guards are all stationed in here. They're all just kind of chillaxing. I guess I have way too many guards. You know what? Let's do a shakedown, boys. Get to work. You're being too lazy. So I want a shakedown done. I should have started earlier, actually, but what can I do? Yeah, I think I'm probably going to call this prison sometime soon here. So, you know, it's just not working very well. It's a poor prison. I have to completely redesign it. So I think I'm going to sack all the cooks. There's no longer any cooking going on in this place. Ah, you can see that the guards now also shake down the food as well. So we now have a lot more locations to... Oh, see, we found narcotics. We found some narcotics that got smuggled in. So let me go to the reports. Regime. Policies I was looking for. Low quality, no variety. Meals. They ain't getting nothing. Alright. Let's say over that now before all hell breaks loose, because I don't want to, you know, detract the value of my prison too much. As I do plan on selling it to make another better, less what the hell is this piece of crap prison. Something I designed properly. Maybe I'll take a look at some examples and see, you know, get some ideas or something. Because I am very, you know, I wasn't the guy that was building, you know, amazing architecture in Minecraft or, you know, crazy pixel art or stuff like that. I just don't have the artistic imagination to really come up with really, really cool looking, you know, things in games. Create, you know, structures or shit like that in games. I just unfortunately don't have that capability. Sadly. But what can you do, eh? Okay. I'm doing pretty good with the shakedown. Let's go. Take all you off that and let you get to work. Oh, this whole thing acts in its own enclosed zone now. Interesting. Materials. At the very least, I'm going to get this perimeter. Well, I already saved. It's not like it matters, but, you know, it'll keep my guys busy. Too bad they never got around to building this, but there's a reason for that, it seems. And a very good reason. Okay. They're doing their best. We can only search so quickly. We found quite a bit. Obviously, we find just so many spoons. I swear to God, I'm half tempted to, you know, make some kind of disintegrating spoons get in here or something, just so that they aren't caught catching so many of the damn things. Ugh. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's not like they're gonna be able to dig their way out of here. I've made sure of that. Paul Richardson. Let's see if I can find you, good sir. Prisoners. Should be flashing released, I believe. Nope, not for this. I'll have to look around, see if I can find him. That or he'll be heading towards the door. More than likely he'll head immediately towards the door, I hope. I wouldn't want him to leave without saying goodbye and seeing what his evaluation says. Here we go, released. Found him. Paul Richardson. Let's see your grading, sir. His punishment was 10. He had 6 years served. 14% of his stay was locked up. 40% of his stay was suppressed. Reformed. He wasn't reformed even at all. Well, not very much here. He did pass one easy program, which is good. He only spent a small amount of his stay working or in reform programs. Security was very high. He spent a lot of his time under armed guard, suppression, or locked up. Health was quite low, actually. He was well fed, well exercised for a bit there. He had one addictive action. 4 penalties. And he has a 24% chance of reoffending, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, obviously it's not a 1% chance of reoffending, but, you know, I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get. Sure. Lock him up. Bang up. I want to piss off all these prisoners. See, I was thinking of keeping this going at least, you know, one more episode, but I'm thinking I might just call it here today. Because there's really not a lot else I can really do. I could, you know, with the new systems and the logic gates and the new contraband, I am almost required to completely redo my prison, you know? There's just so many changes in that that's what I would almost have to do. So, crap. One way or the other, I would have to go through an almost complete redesign. That, or I could probably open up the areas, make them a bit wider, and change up some of the fencing. That would work, but I have nowhere near enough money here. Come on, boys, get her done. We ain't got all day here. 3 are in lockdown, 4 are awaiting solitary confinement. But yeah, no, I definitely have to make some better prison arrangements here. My prison is crap. Just looks terrible. Yeah, I mean, everything is scattered everywhere. It's just like I had no creative thought at all when I threw this thing together. Ugh. Medium and increasing. I want it high, damn it. I want it high. I want to see rioting in the streets. I want to see rioting in the hallways. I want to see rioting in the children. Well, not really the children, but still. Riots everywhere, damn it. Almost done. Only a couple more places to search, and done. Yay! I'm going to leave them all locked up, though. Until they go crazy. Until they start tearing down the walls and tearing down the peoples. I'm going to keep them all nice and secured in their cells. Let's see about this guy here. Peter Silent Lation. First person ever to be convicted of a Bitcoin heist. His undoing came about while drunk in a public bar, bragging about his newfound wealth residing on his computer. Sentenced to 8 years multiple times, including grievous bodily harm and perjury. Let's see his grading. 50% reoffending chance. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see here. Oh, we got some guys getting tased. They're starting. I wish there was like a /riot command that I could just get it over with, you know? And my mysterious and, you know, disorienting sideways door cells. The one block where the designer decided, you know what, I'm just going to put all the doors sideways, because why the F not? Why the F not? Freedom! Come on, I want to see the danger go to high. Come on, danger. Max that shit out. So I finally managed to get myself a riot. Thank God. Or almost get a riot. We'll see. You know, we have a couple pissed off people, but it's not a full-on riot yet. 130 prisoners are locked up for no reason. Too bad it's like 200. I could probably fire half the police, but, you know, that's part of the fun. I need some police officers to die. Otherwise, you know, wouldn't be much of a riot here. Besides, I want to get my guy called up here. If it works. I have not actually seen it work myself. I've seen it, you know, dealt with through the devs themselves did it. But, you know, I haven't seen it myself yet. And I want to see it myself. There we go. Come on, take her down, take her down. Riot! Riot! And he got tased. They're being too efficient. My guards are being way too efficient. They're able to repress these guys way too much. Maybe if I let all the prisoners escape from my prison, I'd get chucked into prison. I don't know. Let me fire some staff. My guards are being way too efficient right now. There we go. Let me fire half my guards. I want to see a riot, damn it. Come on. Break free, my people. For freedom! For freedom! There we go. We should be in high, finally. Finally, we're in high. Now it should be a complete prison-wide riot, I hope. We'll see what happens. Unconscious, still no deaths, so that's the one thing that's driving me nuts. I'm just waiting for those deaths. There we go, there's one death. Looks like one of the prisoners was attacked by a dog. Or something, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of injured though, so it's going to be really close. There we go, now they're freaking out. Now they're freaking out. Everyone's going batshit crazy. Get 'em, boys! Get 'em! No mercy! No mercy! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear down the walls! There's another one. 2 deaths. I need more deaths. I think I need like 4 or 5 deaths before it'll start, before I get the call. I'll keep them all locked away as long as it takes for me to get the deaths I need. High and increasing. Come on, I want a full-on prison riot, damn it. Blarg. It's like who knew what all it takes to get a gigantic freaking prison riot? My God. Oh, there's our 3rd death. Oh, it's starting to go on now, man. It's getting down now. Ooh, shit's getting fierce. Take him down, boys. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. He's unconscious. Finish him! Don't just knock him unconscious. Maybe I should open up the armory. Maybe I should build an armory in the prison, like right in their cells. Just start adding in armories and watching them go back. You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. Let me go over to my armory for a second. Right away. 3 prisoners are rioting. Let me just place a couple weapon racks outside the prison walls here and see what happens. Probably the most careless thing anyone's ever done. Nice, looks like you pick up a baton. Hey, let me give you guys some better weapons. Uh-oh, looks like that entire cell block's going red. 5 deaths today. Ah, well. It doesn't look like they'll place those as long as it's riding. 6 deaths. 67 prisoners are riding. 68, 69, 70. Oh, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. Look at all that destruction. They're just beating their way out of there. I want to see, oh, 10 deaths. We're up to 10 deaths, and I still haven't gotten a call yet by the CEO. I'm pretty sure I enabled the failure options, so I should be seeing some, I should be getting a call by now. I don't know, maybe I have to wait until the next day before I get that call. And even with a riot, I should get a call after a certain amount of time has elapsed. Damn. It's being very slow, it seems like. Got 11 deaths. It's still not enough, though. It's like, what do I have to do here to get these guys to really have at it? My god. Only 88 prisoners out of 127 are rioting. Not much of a speed boost. 12 deaths? We're up to 12 deaths. Huh. This is really weird. I could have sworn I enabled fail conditions. So why is it not actually doing anything? Huh. Peculiar. Might just be a matter of time. Huh. It's like all of our guards are down, so it's just mayhem now. All 7 of our guards are downed. Or dead. Well, it looks like our dog handlers are still kind of wandering around, but hey. That's just the dog handlers. 93 prisoners. Oh, we're going up. We're going up. That is continuing. Oh, there we go. CEO, incoming call. Finally, CEO. Prison's out of control. Put down its riot right now or the government will step in and retake the prison by force. I have 5 minutes and 36 seconds to... Or no, 5 minutes. 5 hours and 38 minutes. Well, according at least with that time. It's actually 5 minutes, 30 seconds. But regardless, to get this thing under control or the military will come in. Of course, we want the military to come in. You know, I need to be put away from my careless and, you know, I've just been filling my pockets with cash and saying, you know, screw the prisoners. Screw the prisoners. And this will be interesting watching the army come in here and actually take care of this. Let's save as that one. Okay, speed up time. I want that clock to go down, my friend. I need to tick that clock down. Ooh, hello. Got some we got some murders over here. He's beating the door to death with a piece of paper. Awkward, but okay. Hey, at least nobody's broken into the armory yet. Looks like somebody tried to mess up the psychologist. Oh, there we go. I forgot about them. 3 hours. Actually, 3:20. Yep. Getting there. Faster, faster, damn you, clock. Tick down faster. I need the army. My grading is terrible right now. Let's see. Oh, only 6 prisoners have been released. Ah, yes. 10 prisoners have been released before you get a grading. Oh, yeah. Another interesting thing that was added is you can actually go up to the daytime now, and it'll tell you exactly how much time has been played on this prison. 4 hours and 44 minutes. It's not a hell of a lot of time, but hey. Alright, where's my Rambos at? I need my Rambos. Oh yeah, they've overtaken the chief's office. At least they haven't gotten into the kitchen yet. Heaven forbid they get into the kitchen. They'd be shankings left, right, and center. Alright, almost down to a minute. Well, a minute and 30, but getting there. Pardon me. While this counts down, I need to quickly go grab a drink because my throat is now killing me. Luckily, I only had to walk a small distance though, so I got it already. Alright, that's 40 minutes. Wink, wink. Down to 30 minutes. Once it gets down to the very bottom, I will slow it down. Come on, my friend. I need to drink this first. Two. 1, 0. Failure! Uncontrolled riot. You have failed to control this riot. The government has revoked our prison contract. It is now sending in the National Guard to retake the prison. There they are. There's the National Guard, boys. Here they come. As you can see, they don't take no prisoners. This is the National Guard. They don't fuck around. They are going to put down this prison. One way or the other. Go, 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 go! There they go. Watch this. Watch as they just kind of walk through here and obliterate half the peoples. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. Here they come. Let's speed this up a little bit. Here they go. Put down your weapons! You can see that some of them will hold up their hands and surrender as the rest of them are getting killed. If they don't, like, immediately put up their hands and surrender, it's like insta-death. And they just get assaulted with machine guns. Now, if they had their own weapons from our arsenal, I can imagine it being quite interesting, actually. So let's speed this up a bit while they go and methodically kind of take care of this place. Failure, uncontrolled riot. And there's several different ways you can actually fail as well. If you're unable to keep the death count down, you'll end up, like, if you kill, like, 4 die one day, and then he'll give you a call, and then 2 die the next day, he'll call you again, and you'll be, you know, taken to charge for criminal negligence. 61 prisoners are still rioting. The guards are making their way through. Nice. Good job, boys. Only 39 prisoners are left rioting. This is almost done. They're quite efficient, I'll say. Although it looks like they're having a bit of an issue here. Yeah, they're having definite issues in my prison, it seems. Looks like they're trying to get through the walls or something. It's incredibly odd, actually. Damn, and I can't force the failure, and they're having this little freak out here in the corner, so... There we go, they finally managed to get through there. Only 31 prisoners left riding. "43 deaths today, 25 prisoners are left riding. There we go. Still 23 prisoners. Prisoners. Wish I could have locked every door open. Oh well, nothing I can do now with that. 19 prisoners. We're slowly working our way through here. We're not having nearly as many issues now, it seems. I wish they'd spread out more. They could already have this dealt with if they'd spread out a little bit more and weren't so clumped together. Come on, my friend, we got 14 more prisoners that need to be dealt with. Go, go, go. Go, go, go! Come on, find them. We ain't got all day for this failure to go through. I can't even tell which ones they're having problems with. I see they just want to go back and forth and not really do a hell of a lot. So they're a little bit inefficient, it seems. Then again, you think the prisoners in a riot would also act a little more naturally, you know? You'd think they'd, you know, break out, then try and break out of the prison and scatter, but they didn't do that. They just kind of stayed in the room and decimated the place, and that was about it. Yeah, something tells me the National Guard is going to take an hour or two to actually break down this prison. There's a lot of them up here, but they're not even going that way. I don't even know why. There's like 4 or 5 of them up that hallway, and they're just not going for it. Oh, they're definitely having some slight issues. I don't know, maybe I just made the pathfinding in this place that complicated. I don't know. There we go. Finally they're starting to head up that way. Keep going, there's more than them. Keep going. There's a whole bunch up there. What are you doing? You idiots! Clear one section first. I guess the problem is that this isn't just, you know, 1 cell block, 2 cell block, 3 cell block. It's one gigantic cell block, technically, because there's no walls to separate these cell blocks. That's probably an issue I might actually correct in future versions of this type of prison. I'm thinking I might go with this kind of setup right here, but instead of doing a horizontal wall of showers, I might just do a vertical wall of showers and then kind of cut it off, maybe. That, or I could just, you know, wall off this section, have each one have its own individual door, but, you know, either way. Either way. I don't know, I'll have to come up with something. Come on, boys, get her done. There we go. 3 prisoners are left. I'm pretty sure those 3 prisoners are in the top right corner. So they took a long road about actually getting it done. Looks like they're finally going to finish up. Thank God. Woo! Definitely a lot of shoot first, ask questions later going on here. 60 deaths total. 60 deaths. So we should still have about 100 prisoners left. Wow, what the hell are they doing? Never mind, they apparently are freaking out again. Yeah, here's the 3 prisoners right here that are still rioting, but they're not actually going to attack them. They're just kind of freaking out over here. So clearly I cannot fail this mission and be thrown into prison like I had intended to. But you know what? I'm just going to call that there because I am, you know... Well, wait, hold up. One last hope. One last hope that they may have finally figured out what the hell the issue is and maybe actually be going there. And I've lost hope. They're going in the opposite direction that they should be. You idiots. Of course, the prisoners aren't acting properly either. I mean, they should be leaving, but they're not. I gotta imagine them tearing at the fence here to try and get out. Some hacksaws or something. But nope. Nada. Yeah, no, I think I've lost faith in these guys' ability to actually quell this situation completely. If they try and go out this door and leave, then I'm just gonna say no. If they do finally go up the right side and finish this, then I'll be all kinds of yay. Yay, it's done. Finally, took you long enough to get up there. And there we go. That's all of them, at long last. Little sad tune playing. For my failure to get this riot dealt with. And the question is, are they all going to leave? Oh god, here comes the hearse. Oh man. Oh, that hearse is gonna have so much to do. Damn, I thought it would actually send me in that way, but apparently it's not going to. It's a shame. I remember I watched the devs actually do that, but I guess I have no idea how to specifically trigger the my guy getting sent into prison itself. Wow, my chief was dead and he just got revived by that doctor. That is a miracle worker there. It's Dr. House! Dr. House! No, I'm kidding. Anyway, but yeah, that's probably the end of that. You know, I was really hoping it would say, okay, you have failed completely. They've come through, they've killed everybody. Now they're sending you to prison too. But it didn't work out that way. Did not work out the way I had planned it to. So, shite. I'd probably have to do the other method where, you know, people either just escape or get killed. It's probably what I have to do. You know, a certain amount either escape or get killed, and that's what causes the failure that sends me to prison. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, I will have a poll in the description for, you know, a couple of games. I don't know what I'll even select. I might just wait for your comments and then put the poll in later to see what you guys would be interested in seeing. I might just chuck a couple of ideas in there just to see what people are curious about. But it probably won't be the, you know, the end of all polls. I'm going to take suggestions into account, and I'll probably take the top picks and do one last one in an additional video to decide what Tuesday's video game is going to be. So thanks for watching. Have a great one, and I will see you all with some more Prison Architect eventually. Probably after a couple updates to, you know, spice things up a bit. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, peace out, everybody.